The old adage had been sell and may it go away. Obviously, that would have been a bad choice to make. But you know, Jim, it's very easy to know when to buy, really hard to know when to sell. And so we're going to talk about selling and when to know to sell.
I went over the charts. I always do on Sunday. The market looks horrible. Okay, I mean, there's just a lot of stocks.
But people are going to say, Jim, how can this market look horrible? Look, we're at all-time highs.
Well, I mean, I think that there was a major break in the utilities and all the bond market equivalent stocks, and you can't just turn them around. You can't suddenly pay 80. You know, you're paying 81 for Pepsi, and you know you can pay 84 for it. I don't know. Coca-Cola, General Mills, Kellogg, Hershey, Procter, Clorox, Kimberly. They all look terrible.
Oh, but these are great names. Why are you telling me these are terrible?
If they yield 3 and they lose, I mean, look, someone was buying Kimberly because it yielded 3, and then the stock goes down 8 points. I mean, well, you know, the yield doesn't make up for it. You got to let these stocks come in until they yield 4 to 5, and the utilities, you got to let them come in before they yield 5, 6, because if the interest rates are going higher, you know, people are not going to just immediately switch into stocks who are in these bond funds. They'll sell the bond funds, they'll sit in cash. It takes a long time to be able to say, you know what, I'm a bond guy, but I'm going to go buy stocks, because the reason why you don't want to do it is because the stocks, when they go down, it wipes out the yield advantage very quickly.
It's very hard, though, to push your finger on that sell button when it seems like stocks keep going higher, because then you feel like you've missed all this profit.
Well, I don't feel like I've missed anything. I mean, I just feel like that, you know, I look at the stocks we own for action alerts and I just think, wow, I mean, you know, people are just taking profits in these, in a lot of these stocks, and the stuff that's going up is stuff that hasn't gone up at all. Where there is where there's not a mineral base and not a China base, because if it's got China, it's no good. And there's just a lot of stocks rolling over. I don't want to pull the trigger. Let it come in. I mean, just let it come in.
But do you think that people should start to take some profits now?
Yes.
Don't get greedy.
Yes. There's no reason to be. Look, I mean, are we going to up 30% this year? Maybe. 20% certainly a possibility, but you know, you don't have to be in all the time. I mean, if you have huge profits, you should take some. You just should. I mean, I don't know.
Put the cash aside,
and let
wait
it come in. I mean, I've been saying take profits on the Procter and Gamble's of the world, and it's been right, and I still don't want to go back in. They're too expensive.
All right, so
they don't grow fast.
So that's basically then the thing to do is to maybe look at your portfolio, see where you have your biggest profits, and choose that way.
Well, I think that if you are in companies that grow 2 to 4% with a 2 to 3% yield, those are candidates for sale.
Okay.
And you remember, I mean, I didn't get any. I keep, you know, come in and you hope for good China news, nothing. You hope for European news. Europe seems to be stabilizing. But that's not enough to get things going. Right. You know, we hope for some commercial real estate, and now we're caught in this ridiculous conundrum where everyone just thinks that the Fed is going to be stopped every minute. So, I mean, I just think you got to have a bigger cash position.
Okay.
All I'm saying is bigger cash position.
Bigger cash position.
That's what I'm saying. Not sell, sell, sell. Bigger cash position. You know, in this new world where you get instant feedback, the feedback is so awful. Like when you go on something like a Twitter and it's like, well, you know, I thought he said he liked the market. So I've been trying to position myself to say I don't like certain segments. Now, I shouldn't have to respond to these people because they're not paying for action alerts.
This is just good basic advice, though.
Yeah.
If you're looking for
people don't want good basic advice. They don't want it. They want me to tell you to go buy U.S. Airways. Well, I mean, you know, sometimes you have to just pause. I'm pausing.
All right, so if you are trying to get some guidance on how to make those tough decisions on selling, which it is a tough decision, Jim's suggesting look at your names in your portfolio that have had a lot of profits, that are maybe is a slow grower and a low yielder.
Those aren't working.
And they aren't working. So that's your advice on how to pick the names to sell.